Our directions for Work Together 2-1 read, write the answers to the following problems. Your instructor will guide you through the following examples. There's a list of accounts there, and it says for each of the accounts, complete the following. Prepare a T account, label the debit and credit sides, label each side of the T account using the following labels: normal balance, increase, or decrease. And example here, we're using increase instead of a plus, and then we're doing decrease instead of the minus. So the first account that we're going to work with is going to be cash. So you can see that it's set up as a T account, and it doesn't matter which account it is. The left-hand side is always called debit, and then the right-hand side is always called credit. So that is what I am doing first. Under my cash account, I'm going through and writing in debit and credit. Left-hand side's always debit, right-hand side always credit. It doesn't matter what account it is. So that is instruction 2. Label the debit and credit sides. Now I need to go through and label normal balance, increase, and decrease. We determine the normal balance of the account by determining what type of account classification it is. Well, what is the term of classification? Classification just means what account is associated with it in the accounting equation. So cash is what type of an account, Ben? Asset, correct. So cash is an asset. What side of the accounting equation is it on, Ben? Left, and left is called what on a T account? Debit. So that is its normal balance. So I'm going to write under the debit side, I'm going to write normal balance. And then whatever is the normal balance is always the increase side. And then the opposite is decrease. Nick, I made that bigger. Is that easier for you to see? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do accounts payable left next. And for all of them, the left-hand side is called debit, the right-hand side is called credit. It doesn't matter which one it is. So accounts payable, Miller Supply. Dylan, what type of an account is accounts payable Miller Supply? Is it an asset, liability, or owner's equity? Good guess, but it's not. So now we're down to 2. Which, you want to take a guess again? It is a liability, and here's how you know it's a liability. What is the definition of liability? O, right? So the big definition that you need to remember for liability is O. In this word, we have the word payable. You only pay people you owe. Agreed? So if you ever see the word payable, you should know right away, ding, 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 this is a liability. Okay? So Dylan, it's a liability. What side of the accounting equation is a liability on? Left or right? Right. It is on the right side. So what is the right side of a T account called? Credit. Credit. So the normal balance for accounts payable Miller Supply is going to be a credit. So I'm going to fill in here normal balance. Decrease side is the opposite of the normal balance. Increase side is the normal balance side. I'm going to switch and go to accounts receivable Christine Kelly. Left-hand side is called debit. Right-hand side is called credit. Accounts receivable Christine Kelly, Cole, is what type of an account? Asset, liability, or owner's equity? Doesn't have the word payable in it, though. So it's not going to be a liability. So we crossed off one of them. So then we're down to, is it an asset or is it owner's equity? It is not owner's equity. And the reason why it's not owner's equity is the owner's equity account is always going to be the name of the owner, capital. So if it doesn't say Mrs. Grassel Capital, Josh Skinador Capital, Jennifer Walensky Capital, it's not an owner's equity account. So therefore, we're left to which one, Cole? It is an asset. Accounts receivable is our customers that bought an account and are going to pay us at a later date. So Cole, accounts receivable, Christine Kelly is an asset. What side of the accounting equation is it on? Left. What is the left side of a T account called? So the normal balance is going to be debit. Normal balance is always the increase side. Opposite is the decrease side. Accounts payable weighing office supply is the next one I'm going to do. Left-hand side is called debit. Right-hand side is called credit. Cody, what type of an account is accounts payable weighing office supply? Asset, liability, or owner's equity?
Liability.
Liability? Yes, because why?
Accounts payable.
Yes. Really, I just need you to realize if it says payable, it's a liability. If it doesn't say payable, it can't be a liability. Okay? So, liabilities are on what side of the accounting equation, Cody?
Right.
So its normal balance will be?
Increase credit.
Yes. Supplies, left side's always called debit, right side's always called credit. Kendall, what kind of an account is supplies?
Asset.
Side of the accounting equation it's on? Normal balance, which is also called? Yes. Jeff Dixon Capital. Left-hand side is called debit. Right-hand side is called credit. Ariana, what type of an account is Jeff Dixon Capital? Asset, liability, or owner's equity?
Liability.
Nope.
Owner's equity.
Yes. How do you know that?
Because it is capital.
Yes. If it says capital, it's owner's equity. And it's also the name of the owner for this business. So, Ariana, Jeff Dixon Capital is owner's equity. What side of the accounting equation is it on?
Right.
So its normal balance would be?
Credit.
Thank you. Now, I am purposely asking the same questions over and over again because that's how I need you to think in accounting class. So my last account that we're going to do together is going to be prepaid insurance. Okay? So prepaid insurance is what type of an account? I'm trying to see who I can pick on. Nick. Okay. What side of the accounting equation is it on? So its normal balance is? Debit or credit? Yep. Yay! I got all the work together, done correctly. Try on your own.